All right, hello, and it's silverkyle, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Hawkeye by Fraction and Aja Omnibus that just got a reprint here, slated for December 19th, 2023. This is the standard edition cover, and normally I don't like anything this plain, but for some reason I've always really loved this cover. I like even the Hawkeye target symbols here. Just something that I always really dug and very much enjoy. We've got the back here. So, as you saw, this is a relatively thin omnibus. So it does retail for $100 in the US, $125 in Canada. And this includes Hawkeye 1 to 22, Annual number 1, and Young Avengers Presents number 6, which I believe starts this omnibus off. Take a look at the flaps real quick. Left-hand side has the description of what's going on, and the right has all the creators. The hardcover itself is just the Hawkeye target symbols. And this, to me, looks like Christmas wrapping paper. I don't know if it's because it's so close to Christmas. That's the kind of vibe that I'm getting. All right. This feels like an oversized hardcover, really. Also, that purple, ooh, that's nice. And this was done on Megaprint in Turkey. So what I'll say about that is that the paper itself is very glossy. I love that, but as you can already kind of see, it is a little bit see-through. And as we go along, there are definitely some pages which are very see-through. But here we have everybody that worked on the book itself. And then we dive right into, I think this is the direct market cover that they have with Bishop. So then we dive into Young Avengers. And I will say, I wish that the art would have been like this for the entire book. It's not, unfortunately. This to me is more my cup of tea, as the art is a little bit plainer. As we get onto the actual Hawkeye, I would have liked this. But as we move along, we get into Hawkeye, and then we get this kind of art. And I do still like it, and it's something that I could see myself learning to like and enjoy. But the other stuff at the beginning was much more what I like for my comics. This also might give me this specific vibe that they're looking for with this art, for this kind of story. I'm already loving the dog. You can kind of see, I mean, it's white, so obviously there's going to be a little bit of see-through, but you can clearly see it there. I don't know if you can see that. You can kind of see it in between there. It's because there's a lot of light colors, and that's generally when you'll be able to see through stuff. And a lot of white. But the paper itself is nice and glossy. There's no dust feel. All right. And as you saw, this book just opens up perfectly fine. I'll show you the eye in a bit. Because of its size, it's just perfect. I don't know necessarily when I'm going to be reading this. This isn't on the top of my list. I mean, I've heard incredibly good things about this, but I've got a few things that I want to read before I get into it. I guess I could read it at any point. I don't really need to read too much beforehand. And we've got some extras near the end here. we go. So now we'll just go close to the middle. That's close to the middle. Look at that eye. That's insane. Beautiful binding. Just great, great, great stuff. So there you have it. That is Hawkeye by Fraction and Aja, the 2023 reprint. Thank you all for watching. You have been bearded in. Beardage.